There is a truth that almost no one dares to say inside a church, not because it is wrong or false, but because if it were spoken out loud, many would never be able to continue. Most of the chosen feel this from an early age, an invisible weight, a silent pressure, a constant feeling of always falling short of what God expects. Have you ever felt this? Have you ever wondered why everything seems harder for you, even when you do everything right? The faith taught to the majority promises quick blessings, comfort, protection, and clear answers. And that is true for many. But for the chosen, the path begins differently, with intense trials, solitude, silence, and challenges no one explains. Being chosen is not comfortable. Being chosen is not common. Being chosen does not mean everything will be easy, or that answers will come when you want them. And this is where the first truth that almost no one talks about appears. Not everyone receives the same spiritual treatment. Some go through silent tests that few can endure. Some carry a weight of sensitivity, discernment, and responsibility that most people will never know. That is why you feel different, misunderstood, and often alone. Not because you failed, not because God is angry with you, but because you are being prepared for something few can understand. Even when you attend places of faith, you feel that something is missing, something no one explains. It is as if most people are receiving general teachings meant to sustain large groups, while the chosen must learn in silence what the world is not ready to hear. Throughout history, faith has always been taught collectively, not because that is wrong, but because the church needs to reach and sustain large numbers of people. Simple messages about obedience, blessing, and faith work for everyone, but they do not explain what it means to be called individually. And this is where the chosen realize something many never understand. Not everyone walks the same spiritual path. While some live a calm faith with quick answers and security, others are tested silently, requiring patience, discernment, and endurance. The Bible makes this clear. Abraham did not begin with comfort. He was called to leave everything he knew and follow a destination no one could predict. Moses spent years in the desert before leading a people. Elijah stood alone against false prophets, and even Jesus withdrew to solitary places to hear the Father's voice. Each of these callings required something that could not be taught to crowds. It did not fit into common sermons. It could not be explained through collective messages. It was a personal, painful, and transformative process, learned only by living it. And today it is still the same. Many chosen people realize that the messages they hear in church serve everyone, but not them completely. They sense layers of faith that are never explained. The loneliness of the journey, invisible battles, and the silence of God that seems endless. It is as if the spiritual world has two speeds, one for the collective and another for those who carry an individual mission. And this is one of the great truths almost never taught. An individual calling requires more courage, more surrender, more faith, and often more pain. But it is also what shapes those destined to become something greater, to carry a purpose few can comprehend. If you have ever felt that your spiritual life is different from most people's, that you perceive things others do not, that your heart carries burdens no one else feels, then perhaps you are beginning to understand. This is not your failure. It is a sign of your calling. If you are still watching this video, you have probably already realized something. The path of the chosen is not like everyone else's. There are subtle, almost invisible signs that reveal when someone carries a different calling. One of them is spiritual sensitivity. While many move through life unaware of certain intentions or situations, the chosen feel, perceive, and discern more deeply. This is not something taught in books or explained in sermons. It is something felt in the heart and in the spirit. Another sign is inevitable loneliness. Not just physical isolation, but the feeling that even when surrounded by people, there is a part of you no one can reach, This loneliness is not punishment, it is preparation. It is in silence that the chosen learn to trust God without depending on approval or understanding from others. There is also an invisible sense of responsibility. Often you feel compelled to act, protect, or discern in situations that seem insignificant to others, but carry great impact on your path or the lives of those around you. And finally, there is the weight of God's silence. While others receive quick answers or immediate comfort, the chosen endure long seasons without explanations. This does not mean abandonment, it means God is shaping something greater. Their calling demands endurance, deep faith, and maturity that cannot be taught through easy words. If you recognized yourself in any of these experiences, know this: you are not alone. And more importantly, these experiences are signs of the calling you carry, something most people will never fully understand. This is where the truth the church rarely teaches becomes clear. General messages serve everyone, but the individual calling of the chosen must be lived, felt, and endured in a unique way. And this experience, often painful and silent, is what separates those who merely follow faith from those who are truly shaped by it. Even today, the chosen continue to live experiences almost no one notices. It is as if there is an invisible layer of reality that only they can sense. Many face trials that seem meaningless, doors closing without explanation, relationships falling apart, opportunities disappearing at the last moment. To those who are not chosen, these seem like coincidence or bad luck. To the chosen, they are silent tests, designed to strengthen, shape, and prepare something greater. Another aspect is extreme emotional and spiritual exhaustion. Not just daily stress or life problems, but a weariness that comes from carrying invisible responsibility, perceiving what others ignore, and resisting pressures that would break an ordinary person. And there is the continuous silence of God, which can be deeply painful. While many receive quick reassurance, the chosen walk long stretches without signs, learning to trust without evidence, to persist without comfort, and to remain faithful when everything seems to collapse. This silence is not abandonment, it is training, it is shaping. It is the slow revelation of a purpose only they can fulfill. The chosen also carry a deep sensitivity to good and evil, something rarely explained or acknowledged. They perceive hidden intentions, spiritual atmospheres, and situations others overlook. This perception brings responsibility but also loneliness, because most people do not understand what they feel or why they react as they do. And this is precisely what most collective faith messages do not teach. They speak of blessings, miracles, and comfort, but rarely show the cost of an individual calling. The chosen learn alone that silence, weight, and deep perception are not failures. They are signs of preparation for something few could endure. What few understand is that none of these experiences are accidental. Every challenge, every silence, every invisible burden is part of a greater process. God is not merely observing. He is shaping, preparing, and revealing the calling of each chosen one, in a way only those who live it can understand. God's silence is not absence. It is trust. It is the opportunity to remain faithful without immediate answers. While others receive quick comfort, the chosen learn to trust without seeing, to persevere without applause, and to walk forward even when everything seems to fall apart. These silent trials reveal something most never grasp. An individual calling requires courage, maturity, and deep faith. Through them, the chosen discover strengths they did not know they had, uncover hidden gifts, and move closer to a purpose far beyond routine or common understanding. Some feel this weight in their hearts, others in their spirit. Some perceive signs, coincidences, and subtle confirmations that they are on the right path. But all share the same reality. They carry something few recognize, but God prepares carefully. And that is why the church often does not teach this in detail, not from neglect, but because this truth cannot be transmitted in mass. It must be lived, it must be felt, it must be endured. And if you have recognized this in your life, know this: you are not alone. The weight, the silence, the sensitivity, all of it is part of your preparation. And those who endure, persevere, and trust without understanding become capable of fulfilling the purpose God reserved only for them. If you have made it this far, you may be realizing something crucial. You were not chosen by accident. Everything you felt, everything you endured, every invisible burden you carried is part of the plan. God is shaping you in a unique way, preparing you for a purpose few would understand. The calling of the chosen is not easy. It never was, and it never will be. But it is real, and those who persist in silence, in solitude, in trials that seem impossible, are being strengthened for something far greater. What the church teaches to everyone serves as a foundation, but the true journey of the chosen happens beyond the ordinary, in the inner life, in surrender, and in trust that goes beyond human understanding. And on this path, you discover that the weight is not punishment, the silence is not abandonment, and the loneliness is not failure. All of it is proof that God trusts you with what few could endure. So if you felt identified, if this truth touched your heart, know this: you are chosen, and your path is unique. Do not be deceived by the comfort of quick answers. The calling is deep, the process is demanding, and the reward is eternal. If this message spoke to you, write in the comments, "I understand now." Because when this truth awakens in the heart, the chosen never walk the same way again. Remain firm, keep believing, keep praying, and know that God is preparing something that only you can fulfill.